You know what drives me crazy, darling? People who act like poverty is a lifelong sentence, like some kind of marriage contract. Only with a husband driving a beat-up car. Ugh, no thanks. Today, we're here to declare war on our greatest enemy, poverty. And in 2025, you're either playing the game to win or sitting in the bleachers while other women shine. Picture this. There you are, counting coins to pay for your Starbucks coffee, while I'm ordering an almond milk macchiato, swiping my Mr. Moneybags Black card, and tipping the barista like Oprah handing out cars. But this isn't about coffee, sweetie. It's about mindset. While you're struggling to survive, I'm fighting to thrive. Starting from the bottom? That's fine. Staying there? That's just being stubborn. But don't worry, there's a way out. Let me tell you a quick story. There I was at 23, attending a polo event. You know, the kind of place where millionaires swap business cards, and sometimes spouses. One woman caught my eye. She wasn't rich, but she had something no Hermes bag could ever buy: ambition. She started out selling cupcakes on a street corner. Today, she's the CEO of a subscription service selling low-carb cakes to the wealthy desperate to lose weight before summer in Aspen. She figured out a harsh truth. Either you learn to sell, or you'll always be the product. And no, darling, I'm not saying you need to become an entrepreneur overnight. But if it's 2025 and you still think working just to pay bills is an acceptable way to live, we've got a problem. The market has changed, the game has changed, and guess what? The money is still out there, waiting for you to stop treating your bank account like a charity and start building wealth. So, while others are splitting the bill on first dates, you're going to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and give this video a like if you want to learn the secrets to escaping poverty. And yes, I've pinned some links in the comments to products for rich people, because being rich is, above all, a lifestyle. Let's go, darling. Today, we're launching your escape plan from this prison called poverty. And remember, it's not about being happy. It's about being rich. Because a private jet is too small to carry both. Why escaping poverty in 2025 is like starting a diet in January. Hard but necessary. Have you noticed how people love complicating simple things? Like that fitness friend who explains how they made a spinach and protein smoothie as if they were crafting liquid gold. The same goes for money. Let's clear this up once and for all. Getting out of poverty is simple. But, like swapping burgers for salad, it's not exactly fun. Most people already know what they need to do to escape poverty. Work more, spend less, save, and invest the difference. That's obvious. But the reality is, simplicity isn't glamorous. No one wants to hear that the magical formula to change their life involves canceling streaming subscriptions and skipping happy hour every Friday. So what happens? They stay stuck, waiting for a miracle, like winning the lottery without even buying a ticket. According to a study published in the American Economic Review, 80% of lifetime financial growth comes from basic decisions, like increasing savings and investing in simple funds. In other words, building wealth is more about persistence than brilliance. Simplifying works, but the challenge lies in execution, and that's where the story gets interesting. There I was, admiring my new Hermes bag in Aspen, when a friend called me in tears, saying she could never manage to save anything. She had a decent salary but spent on artisan coffee daily, fast fashion, and then wondered why her money disappeared. So I did what any good friend would do. I told her that, at the rate she was going, she wouldn't even afford a keychain for my bag. Here's the twist. I didn't tell her to stop spending. I told her to start small. Cut one unnecessary expense today. Tomorrow, cut another. You don't have to change everything at once. Transforming poverty into wealth isn't a revolution. It's an evolution. Want to change your life? Spend less than you earn? Invest the difference? Or buy an expensive painting to look rich while you figure it out? Wealth takes time, but style, darling, that you can finance. 2025 isn't the year to wait for miracles. It's the year to make tough choices now to guarantee a future where the hardest decision is between a macchiato in Paris or a Bellini in Venice. After all, you don't want to be the person splitting the check 5 ways at the table, do you? Be the one who pays it and still earns rewards points on their black card. And remember, darling, luxury is essential. But the basics? They're non-negotiable. Credit card or masked villain. How to escape poverty by spending less than you earn. Have you noticed how a credit card is like that charming ex who always strings you along? It shows up full of promises, takes you to places you can't afford, and leaves you with a bill that feels like a personal insult. Let's talk about this. Why spending less than you earn is the sacred mantra for escaping poverty, yet feels nearly impossible in practice. You earn $3,000 but spend $3,500. Classic, I'm drowning, but let's pop some champagne because I deserve it. Here's the hard truth. While a credit card can take you to a Michelin-starred restaurant, it can also drive you straight into a financial abyss. And the worst part? Credit card interest rates hover around 400% annually. That's like buying a dress in 2025 and still paying for it in 2050. The solution is simple but brutal. Either you cut up the card or it cuts down your dreams. A follower once told me she decided to spend less and stick to a budget after hearing me out. The plan was perfect. She cut out lattes, lunches out, and even Netflix. By the end of the first month, she saved $500. By the second month, temptation struck. She bought an essential leather boot on a 12-month installment plan. The result? Back to square one. Because, darling, as long as you're still paying off last year's birthday gift, there's no room to invest in your future. Did you know that about 70% of debts could be cleared with just $5,000? We're not talking about millions, but $5,000 that could change your life. The first step to escaping poverty isn't earning a fortune. It's paying off your debts and avoiding new ones. The trick? Live on less than you earn. If you make $3,000, spend $2,000 and invest $1,000. That's it. Oh, $2,000 feels tight? Then increase your income, honey. Because in my world, the only debt I tolerate is a debt of gratitude. Here's the plan. Pay off your debts, cancel the credit card, and live like you're rich, but within your budget. Because being rich is more about discipline than extravagance. And don't worry, this is temporary. The goal is to get you out of the basics so that soon you'll be paying for that champagne up front and tipping like the rich, classy woman you're destined to be. 2025. Work more, spend less, and live like you're rich on a poor budget. Have you ever heard the saying, hard work pays off? Well, that's half true and half gossip from people who don't understand wealth. Working hard is important, but if you don't know how to spend and invest wisely, you'll end up like a hamster on a wheel, running fast but going nowhere. Let's talk about a formula that works, even if no one wants to hear it. Spend less than you earn, pay off your debts, and invest. Most people feel trapped because they think they don't make enough money. I can barely pay my bills. How am I supposed to invest, Duchess? They end up spending the little they have to live in the moment. Like buying the latest iPhone on a payment plan while living in a leaky studio apartment. Here's the truth no one tells you. What determines your wealth isn't how much you earn, but how much you save and grow. About 80% of debts are between $3,000 and $4,000. That means most people are stuck in a hole they could climb out of in less than a year with discipline. If you want to change your life in 2025, you need to break this cycle now. The formula? Work more temporarily, spend less than you earn, and start building an emergency fund. I met an incredible woman at a high-end business event. She had 3 young children, worked as a waitress, and baked cakes in her spare time to supplement her income. What set her apart from the rest was her discipline. She didn't spend a cent on unnecessary things. Every extra dollar went to paying off debts and building savings. Within 2 years, she climbed out of poverty and started a small catering business. Today, while you're counting coins for coffee, she's serving banquets for millionaires at exclusive events. But I can't do that, Duchess. Sweetheart, if this woman with 3 kids and 2 jobs managed it, what's holding you back? Becoming rich takes effort. It doesn't have to last forever, but it will be intense. Work double for a year so you can live like you're rich later. The hard work you do today will be the champagne you drink tomorrow. By December 2025, you could be debt-free, with an emergency fund and investments building a future that lets you live like a true rich woman. But only if you stop buying things you don't need to impress people who don't even like you. Because wealth isn't about showing off, it's about freedom. So, spend less, work more, and make interest work for you instead of against you. Because between crying on a bus or in a private jet, I know exactly which one is more comfortable. You've already figured out that escaping poverty in 2025 is a game of choices. Work more, spend less, and invest the difference. The question is, what's holding you back? Do you still think certain things are a waste? Let me tell you this. Wealth starts with your mindset. And a poor mindset loves to call wasteful the things it doesn't understand. Spoiler alert, if you still think planning, investing in knowledge, or even networking is unnecessary, guess what? That's exactly what's keeping you in the stands while other women shine. Before you waste another decade playing for the wrong team, go watch the video. If you're not a rich woman, it's because you think these 5 things are a waste. Want a practical takeaway from today? Spending less than you earn is the foundation. Paying off debts and building your emergency fund? Non-negotiable. Starting to invest so your money grows? Absolutely essential. If you don't make this a priority, you'll stay stuck in the endless cycle of paycheck to paycheck living. Type, "Wealth is a choice, not luck," in the comments if you agree it's time to change your life. And of course, if you want to be truly rich, not just on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to check the pinned comment for links to rich woman-approved products. Because a visionary woman isn't just practical, she also has great taste.